Hey everyone, my name is Robin Solnenko, aka Power Daddy from LinkedIn, and I'm a Power Apps instructor. And this video is from my Power Apps Foundations course. If you're going to allow your users to edit and or add new records via your app, then you must and should include some data validation checkpoints. In this short video, we'll look at how to create a data validation point so when your user tries to enter invalid data, the app does not let them submit the new record or updated record. There is nothing worse than allowing a user to submit a record only to have it rejected at the data source side, as this user then has no clue what happened. Thanks again for checking out these Power App course videos, and we'll see you on the other side. Welcome back everyone to this topic where we discuss data validation. In the event that you are allowing people to edit or add to your data source, you may want to put some sorts of validation on. One easy way to do that is to use drop downs so people can just pick their options instead of typing. But in the event that's not always the option, we can do some basic validation so they don't screw it up or screw it up too bad. Let's take a simple one here. What we want to do is we want you to come to the Add Edit Customer screen. So this is where they're going to edit or add the customer. And we're going to look at this first name here. So the idea here, what we're about to do, is if they enter a name but they put a number in, like a 1, a 2, or a 3, it should stop them and let them know that, hey, you can't do that. You have to have text only. So to do this, let's first insert a text label from your menu up top here. You can put it somewhere down here, and the word text in there for now is fine, but let's format it. I'm going to make it bold. I'm going to make it 20 font size, and I'll change the color to a bright red. Okay. And I'll make it a little bit bigger. Okay, with that text box active, and again, I'm going to look over here to the left. You can see it says label 1. I'm going to rename it. I'm going to say data valid error. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the first name placeholder here. And notice the name of it is called fname _ data card 2. So what we need to do is we need to reference this card and its value to see if it contains an error. So what the catch is, where do we put this, where we look at it, we put it on this text box that we just created. So select that text box. You can see up here the text property is text. Well, no, it's not going to be. We're going to put a formula in there. We're going to say if, and we're going to introduce a new function for you, is match. And what are we matching? Well, the fname data card 2 dot text, comma. So we're going to look at that, and if it is a digit, there's a digit in there, and it contains that digit. So that is the IS match. So you're going to go ahead and look at that, comma. If it's true, you're going to spit out in double quotes data validation error. Otherwise, comma, quote, quote. You spit out nothing. Oh, and again, sometimes this happens where it doesn't like how we're written text here. Should pop up for us as an option. Oh, we want the value. Sorry, that's what it was. That's why it's not popping up. We want data card value 12. I apologize because the fname card is the whole box. So that's why it gave us that error. So we want data card value 12 dot text. There we go. Okay, that's this one here. So it's basically, you can see how it turns green for you. It's that object within the card of many objects. So put that in dot text. So the isMatch function is looking at the value there. If it contains a digit, then it spits out the error. Okay, so let's just go test this to see if it works. If I go to the F name, just put a 1 in. Look at that, it automatically pops up with a data validation error. Delete it, it takes it away. So that part works. Okay, but are we done? Because if it's a 1 and it pops up with an error, what else should we do? We should take away the submit form button so they can't submit it. So guess what we're going to do? All we're going to do is we're going to select the where your data validation error message was. We're going to copy this if statement, and we're going to select the submit form button, and we're going to go to the visible property. The visible is true, which is right. It's always going to be displayed, but we're going to delete that, and we're going to paste this in. And if that data card again is a digit, we're not going to have this end part here. We're not going to print out anything. We're just going to say if it's a digit, then the visible property is set to false. Otherwise, comma, it's set to true. Makes sense? Go ahead and test it. Is it a digit? Then the visible property is false. It disappears. So what should happen when we put a 1 in here, the data validation text box should light up and the submit form will disappear. Okay, let's give that a test. I'll preview it, put a 1 in, voila. Submit button is gone, data validation error pops up. So I can't do nothing until I fix it. I'll delete it, gone, and it brings back the submit form. Okay, close out of your print preview. And that, folks, is how you do a data validation to make sure your data that's being entered meets your requirements. All right, that wraps up that topic. We'll see you in the next topic where we discuss multiple data sources.